Hello my foodie family, how's everybody this morning? I am doing a late breakfast. I'm making waffles. Who's out there with me right now? Okay, I'm going to wait a few minutes before I start making the waffles themselves. So meanwhile, let me give you the recipe. So you're going to need 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And you know, I forgot a tablespoon or a teaspoon baking powder. Before I get all started here, I also need a tablespoon and a half of baking powder. It's very important that we get that baking powder. Forgotten about that. Let me get half here. Get that out of the way. Okay. What you're hearing is my waffle maker getting heated up. Now, my waffle maker, I got it a few years ago. My husband and I had gone and stayed at a hotel, and they have free breakfast, and you can make your own waffles. And I was excited because I fell in love with those waffles. Well, I fell in love with the waffle machine. And I took pictures and everything because I wanted to see what brand it was. And it was the golden malt, excuse me, golden malted brand. So one Mother's Day, they asked me what did I want for Mother's Day. And they're expensive. So I told the kids that it's the waffle maker I wanted. So I said, all three of you get together and buy it for me. I am in love with my waffle maker. Okay, so let me give you the ingredients for the waffles. You're going to be needing 2.5 cups of flour, 1.5 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt, a tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 cup of malt powder, and let me show you what that is. Kind of looks like the coffee creamer, but it's malt, excuse me. And it gives the waffle a different flavor. And then 3 eggs, which you're going to separate them. You're going to want the egg yolk separate from the egg whites. And then, but you're going to use all of it. Then you're going to need 2.5 cups of milk, any kind of milk you like. 1 teaspoon, of vanilla, and 2/3 cup of melted butter. So I have all my dry ingredients in here. And then to the dry ingredients, make sure they mix well. I'm going to add my melted butter and the vanilla. It's in here already. To that, I'm going to add my milk. Give it a quick mix. And then to that, I'm going to add my egg yolks. Okay, make sure you mix it. If you have little lumps, it's okay. Now, you notice I only put 3 egg yolks. I'm going to add the egg whites later. The egg whites, I'm going to whip them up, make a little meringue out of it. And then from that meringue, I'm going to fold it into the waffle mix. It's a little work, but the flavor is awesome. Make sure you get all that dry flour from the bottom. And I have a few toppings here on the side. Okay, so these are your egg whites right here. So I'm just going to put them in, and I'm going to fold it in. You don't want to whip them because you want them to stay fluffy, the waffles. So this helps keep them crispy on the outside but fluffy and soft in the inside. Okay, once the meringue gets mixed into it, you're good to go. Let's see. You don't want to leave any chunks of the meringue because then it'll get cooked up in there, just the meringue itself. So try to break it just a little bit. Don't be too rough with it. Be gentle. been wanting to make waffles for a while already, but haven't had any time, so I didn't go into work today. So I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and make some waffles. After I sat there for a long time drinking my coffee. Okay, so we are good to go here to start on waffles. Let me bring my waffle maker in and give it a few spritz to make sure the waffle doesn't get stuck. You know, you can make scrambled eggs on this too. I do it all the time. Okay. And just spread it out. And if you put too much, it's going to overflow on the sides. But I want a full waffle here. Okay, so, and it has an indicator here when it's ready, and I have it on high. And I usually leave it a little bit longer than when it starts beeping, because I like a crispy waffle. But let me warm up some of the toppings I have here. Actually, just one of them I need to warm up. Let me get all of them together. See all that little steam? It's expanding. Let me see if I can bring it down a little bit. Or bring this up. Let me see. You'll see when it comes out. Let me put some of the fudge. I'm going to top mine with a little bit of fudge. Oh, sorry. It smells good in here. I love the smell of waffles. Okay, get that fudge going. Now you can top your waffles with anything, just basic butter and your basic syrup. But I'm going to do mine a little different this morning. Okay, so the indicator is telling me it's ready. But I like mine a little bit toastier than that. Even though it's a pretty color, I'm going to leave it just a little bit longer. Get my plate ready here. I'm going to move this out of the way so I can get my toppings here. I'm going to move this over. There you go. Let me get that waffle. Okay, it's crispy outside, but on the inside it's tender. And then to that, I'm going to add a little bit. I made this right here. It's a brie cheese with a little bit of whipped cream and a little bit of chunks of strawberry. And this is going to be my topping, so I'm not going to put any syrup or anything like that. And then I'm going to add some strawberry, because I felt like strawberries this morning. So that's what I'm going to do, just strawberries. As many strawberries as you want, or as little. You could top it with whipped cream. You don't have to. Something really quick. Then to that, I made this. It was half a cup of sugar to a cup of strawberries. And it's just what I'm going to use for my topping. Like I said, I don't want syrup, so this is what I'm going to add to mine. And it's real tasty. I like a lot of it. So, okay. And the last of it is right here. And drizzle a little bit of chocolate to it. As much or as little as you want. You can put powdered sugar if you want. Totally up to you. And this is breakfast for me this morning with a little cup of orange juice. I don't like eggs, so I'm not going to be making any eggs. If my son wants eggs, I'll make him some eggs. I'll make them in the waffles and they'll be scrambled. So this is breakfast. Y'all have a good morning or almost afternoon. Love you guys. Bye.